Welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's headlines, let's honor Malcolm-Jamal Warner, the multifaceted artist we grew up with. From Theo on The Cosby Show to AJ on The Resident. From the Tuskegee Airmen in HBO's acclaimed film to poetry slammed verses on jazz stages, Malcolm proved range is real when soul is steady. Tonight we pause to honor a man whose talent lit up our screens and whose integrity anchored his craft. Actor, director, musician, poet. Malcolm-Jamal Warner has passed away at just 55 years old, leaving a legacy as brilliant as it is principled. While vacationing with family in Costa Rica, Malcolm took an afternoon swim and never returned to shore. Authorities confirmed he drowned, an accident that has stunned Hollywood and fans worldwide. He often said, "There's nothing in my catalog that makes me cringe." That takes courage. Turning down stereotypes, refusing checks that come with strings, safeguarding a reputation so his daughter, his community, and his art could hold their heads high. Tonight we send love to his wife, his family, and every collaborator who felt his warmth, humor, and work ethic. Rest in power, Brother Malcolm.
I think I was very fortunate coming out the gate with Cosby, which put me in a position where, and because I've always had a good team around me, I've always been in a position where I've had the luxury of being meticulous about the kind of roles that I choose. My mom was really instrumental in getting me to understand the concept of longevity, the concept of being versatile within this business, because she would always say, if you look at anyone in this business who's had longevity, there are times when they've been hot and times when they've not been hot. You have to decide what you're going to do during those times when you're not hot, so you're not making desperate action choices. I've been fortunate enough to I've always had the financial wherewithal to be meticulous about the kind of work that I do. So I have a body of work that I will never have to be embarrassed by. Now, there may be some work I might be embarrassed because I might have been whack, but there's nothing in my body of work that I'll ever have to be embarrassed in that I misrepresented my people, or I have continue to perpetuate stereotypes of our people. I've been very fortunate to be able to, pick and choose. I've never had to take a role that I felt would compromise my soul.
Loss has a way of sharpening our view of what matters, which brings us to singer, songwriter, producer, actress Chloe Bailey. Yes, Chloe with the umlaut. In a recent roundtable, she compared the music industry to the thriller Sinners, a film where vampires lure artists to live forever for a price. In Hollywood lingo, selling your soul can look like wrecking your image for virality, signing predatory 360 deals, or co-signing agendas that mock your roots. Quick numbers, big billboards, but the artist underneath, drained. Chloe admits her climb has been steeper because she refuses that exchange. Think about it. She sings with Beyonce-level power, produces like Timberland, writes her own hooks, shreds guitar, sells out shows and films movies. On paper, she should be unstoppable, but the algorithm gods still hesitate to crown her. Labels love ROI. If an artist won't bend, execs redirect budgets to someone who will. That explains why Chloe's debut and Pieces quietly debuted despite rave stage performances. No playlist takeover, no bundle boosted merch, no Grammy for your consideration billboards on Sunset. She could game the system, buy followers, chase controversy, take the oath, yet she won't. Exactly like Malcolm, she's playing the long game.
Did you see Sinners? Yes, I saw Sinners. It was phenomenal. I absolutely freaking loved it. Can I be honest? After Sinners, I cried. Do you want to know why I cried? Yes or no? Or you're just like, Chloe, you cried because you're a crybaby. Just tell me. Okay, so I think anyone who, it just reminds you so much of the industry, right? And it's like, you could have a gift like he did with his guitar. And like they said, when he's singing, he's honoring his ancestors and uplifting and all of that, but then it also attracts the not good. So it's like, in order for him to be successful, the vampires were telling him he has to sell out so that he could be, that he could live forever and his music could live forever. And it's exactly like things that I see and go through every day. And that's why I just like broke down crying, because it was showing like the people who decided not to go to the other side, they were in there fighting for their lives, they were in there going through it, while the ones who did give in, they were outside celebrating and having a good time and got things quicker and things like that. So the reason why Sinners resonated with me so much is because it's something that you see every day, and no matter how hard you work, no matter how good of a person that you are, no matter how talented you are, sometimes that's not enough to get you places that you need to be. And that's why Sinners, like, I was crying right after, because I feel like anyone in the industry could really resonate with it. And it also showed that what you have to give negativity permission to be inside. And as long as you don't invite it in, you'll be okay and safe. So that's why I really resonated with Sinners. And I thought it was so beautiful. I thought it was done so beautifully. And I'm just really proud of everyone who was a part of it. And I even cried when he was singing in the bar, and you see all the different, the history, all of the ancestors that came before us, that he wouldn't have been there to make music and play his guitar without the ones that came before him. So I feel like anyone who has a gift and has something that they truly, truly love, but feels like it's not coming to them in the time that they want it because they're moving in the right ways where they don't like give in, it's harder. And then you have like so many things tempting around you, like the vampire. So it was so deep. It was so deep. That's the reason I cried for like a whole hour after.
Two eras, same dilemma, integrity or shortcuts. Malcolm chose purpose and carved a 40-year career with zero scandal. Chloe is still at Act 1, but her choice echoes his. Keep your soul even if it slows your spring.
Make no mistake, turning down the vampires can hurt. Fewer radio spins, smaller marketing checks, suspicion from peers who think you're too good to play the game. Chloe admits nights of doubt. Why am I still fighting while sellouts pop champagne?
But each song she writes without compromise is a brick in a fortress no scandal can burn down. That fortress is priceless. Look around, artists who rocket to superstardom on hype often fall just as fast. Viral 1 minute, cautionary tale the next. Malcolm warned younger actors, you'll be hot than not. Decide now what work you'll accept when phone calls slow. Chloe has decided she'd rather be building when it's quiet than dancing for gatekeepers when it's loud. Success that takes time can last generations. Legend status Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, D'Angelo all endured industry tug-of-war because their music refused to be cloned. When they resurface, we still gasp. That's where Chloe is headed. You can't stream authenticity on 10x speed. You sit with it. Algorithms chase clicks, but consumers create culture. If you value artists who protect their spirit, stop doom scrolling past them. Share the live session, buy the concert ticket, request their tracks on radio. The gatekeepers only gatekeep what we ignore. Malcolm-Jamal Warner taught us that legacy is the sum of every no we're brave enough to say. Chloe Bailey is living that lesson in real time, scraping forward without surrendering the very heart that makes her craft matter. One flame for a life completed, one for a journey still carving its road. May we honor both by remembering that fame is rented, but integrity is owned outright. If this message resonates, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's flood the feed with artists who refuse the easy sellout. It's VIP celebrity access, and until next time, keep your soul, keep your standards, and keep